Hello, everybody. I was really inspired to do this from my post. I'm not vain. I don't post a lot or all the time. That physical stuff I was last charting walks. It's good to occasionally put it out there, not for necessarily vanity purposes, but so that we can, people can share knowledge. Some people might be encouraged, or you can. I'm encouraging myself, but a lot of folks ask me on my feed, and I'm going to be posting this video up on Facebook here. What regimen it is. I've lost about going on 40 pounds. I'm heading that way. Reached a little bit of a plateau, but that's to be expected. I'm at about 228 or so, and I need to 229, maybe sometimes two. Water, you're going to fluctuate about 4 or 5 pounds if you start off, as I did it. I've often grappled with weight issues, but at this age, there is, again, it's another inflection point where if I don't get a handle on things, the quality of life that I have, the remaining time I have, who knows, won't be that good. So what is my regimen? I mean, a friend asked me that, on Facebook. Well, first of all, here are some apps. You see MyFitnessPal. Okay. Now, this is an app that cost me $9 a month. Okay. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. So basically, I'm logging in. And the app costs about, $8, $9 a month, right? Okay, so this morning, it's 8:40, and I had, let's see, I log my food pretty doggedly. The key to any fundamental change in your shape, your morphology, is going to be diet. Across the line, this is the key. I have a friend who is a nutrition educator and my mentor. She's an old professor of mine. She went back and she's an amazing person, but she provided very wise counsel about this. But, okay, so I go on to breakfast, add food here, okay, and I'm going to go, I had a veggie burger today, but you can see this is a list of stuff, and I log everything, okay. Here we go. If I had a slice of breakfast pizza, which I have occasionally, that's 410 calories. I monitor calories intake on the side of the box. Now, if you wanted to get deeper into this, people go, well, where are the nutrients? I don't have like 7 hours a day. So a calorie is just it's a rough general estimate, not necessarily perfect, not ideal. Of kind of what you need to take in. And the formula, I can't process, an algorithm. So there's a simple formula. You merely burn more calories than you take in. So let me show you what I do. So for the breakfast this morning, I had a Boca Burger. I'm going to click here and it will find it in my database. Okay. It's a veggie burger. It's about 100. It's about 100 calories. People do weird stuff here. I don't know if people are like telling themselves a calming story, but nobody eats half of a veggie burger. I mean, they just don't. Okay, you have a veggie burger, so I put that there, and it's processed food, and a lot of people would quibble with that, and you might get some feedback from that, but. Okay, so I go down here and I go add. Another thing I had were corn or street tortillas. Okay, corn tortillas here, and I'll check that. Okay, that's 200 calories. That's breakfast for today. Okay, now let's take a look at it. An earlier day. I'll take a look at yesterday and put that up here. I looked at Thursday. Well, this is. Okay, so this is basically what I ate yesterday, and I logged it in. And you log it in, it becomes a custom. It becomes customary, kind of like, I don't know, any other thing that you do. right? You brush your teeth in the morning. You eat something, you know, you log it in. I log this stuff in at home. I don't work with the app. Okay, so early in the day, I had 3 hard-boiled eggs. For lunch, I mean, this is generally what I ate. Okay, I had, what did I have? This wasn't all at one sitting. It looks like I ate all this, you know, at one sitting. It was probably 2 meals. So I had for lunch I had a burger, the tortillas. I had some baby spinach on that. Then that was probably about 11:30, and then maybe about 1 o'clock I was working at home, so I had a smoothie. I had here are all the ingredients of the smoothie. Well, it looks like I sat down and had this giant platter of stuff. It's really 2 meals there. And what did I have? I had a banana, raspberries. I used flax or oat milk. There's some evidence that soy milk may do things to a male body that we don't want necessarily to have, you know, or at least I don't, in terms of hormones. That's anecdotal largely. And then for dinner, I cooked a serving of couscous. I had some spinach, I cooked with a teaspoon of olive oil. Now, cooking with olive oil is a big debate, you know. And then I had a thing of tomato paste mixed in. So I sautéed the spinach and a tomato paste together, and then put that olive oil there. Okay. Then I logged 14 cups. All right. Now let's see what I did for exercise. Okay. I don't want to go that way. So for exercise, I haven't exercised yet. It's early. Yesterday I walked and did yoga. Okay, and it gives you the breakdown of the calories. Okay, in some earlier days, like Wednesday, okay, I did, is that Wednesday? Yeah. Let's see what I did. Okay, so this is a fairly heavy day on Tuesday. What did I do? Strength training basically burns, you know, depending on the time you do it, between 230 to 400 calories, right? That is really, it's strength training, not cardio work, but there's an incidental cardio done that burns calories, right? Then I did a personal, on my own, Bikram class. I do those when it's hot out. Basically, you should ideally do it in a room that's 105 degrees, but, you know, I did it, it was about 95, and I did it in the shade. And then I went to the yoga studio, right, and I did a Vinyasa yoga, and then, you know, I did a pretty substantial walk, 3 hours of walking. So that's a big day, you know, and that's not, clearly that's not sustainable, but, you know, if you do 3 or 4 hours a week, you know, you're in good shape, okay? Monday was I don't know, I didn't log anything. Here you go. I mean, here's Sunday. You know, Saturdays and Sundays are when I have access to a Bikram series class here in Cincinnati. There used to be a studio, the Bikram series saved my life. There is a studio in Lexington for those of you who are in Richmond, Kentucky, or the Lexington, Kentucky area. And, you know, there's studios everywhere, but for some reason not here. You know, I mean, there's some interesting lacunae in Cincinnati in terms of stuff. Okay, so today is Friday. Okay. As I go through the day, I also log, and I don't cheat on this, but there are ways to log when I play music. It burns calories. You know, I play saxophone, I stand up. There's a, you know, and the calorie estimates on those are conservative, which means they're going to lowball it. You know, nobody's trying to delude anybody here. But if I look at my exercise list, let's look at my exercise list, for a moment. Okay. I've got yoga. I've got a couple of walking. I've got, you know, some different programs, strength training, music playing. Okay. I again, you have to play. You're standing and you're using wind, and you're using your body, whether you're playing a violin or a saxophone or whatever. Electric guitar, swimming. I do occasionally, right? There's a kind of a. This is some, and this database, there are limitations to the MyFitnessPal database. Some of you have access to more elaborate tools. This Pilates is basically, there's a kind of hardcore cardio workout class that they do with planks and mountain climbers and stuff at the yoga studio that I go to, that I do occasionally. There's a 60-minute Bikram style yoga, which they don't have any. I do that on my own. This is walking when I walk uphill, freestyle gardening, mowing the lawn, shoveling snow. All of these are things that I've done. Okay. And you do also have under exercise here. You've got, I do keep a separate journal, for strength training. I don't record it here. Because, and also, just to make a note, to make a note of it, a rather delicate thing, my mentor, again, who is among other things, consummate empirical sociologist, and she also has gone back after she retired and got a master's degree in nutrition education. It's absolutely brilliant. In conversations we've had, and she's directed me, well in terms of supplements and so forth. There is I keep a record, and this is going to be gross, right? You keep a record of your poo, right? When you poo and how often. This along with sleep, are the kind of the keys to the kingdom. But the main thing I'd say is track your diet, track your exercise, your number of calories, come up with what they call, let's look at Thursday. Let's go with the food, right? You earn calories against a budget. And what you want to do is you want to have a deficit. After we're not there yet. I earned 932 extra calories from exercise. So I went to sleep last night, having eaten about 1,500 calories, and with about 1,000 calorie deficit. Now, sodium, my sodium intake always sucks. I always come in the minus column, but basically here you go. There is sugar sometimes in food and things that I eat incidentally, but I don't, as a rule, occasionally it happens, I don't eat, I get paucity of meat and cheese. I do eat carbohydrates, but try to kind of balance them out. And I'm in the process of fine-tuning and figuring out when to eat them. I don't do intermittent fasting or keto diet or any of these other things. Maybe they work for folks. The tendency is that these aren't sustainable. So, what I'm trying to do, is to fine tune the aspect of sustainability into my, into my routine. Now, if you're interested, you're earnest about it, I do have a life coach business. It's not meant to diagnose or prescribe anything because I'm not scientifically trained to do so, but I can help you set up goals. Well, I have an accountability coach business. So if you're interested in that and you're here watching this on Facebook and you've watched it all the way to the end, please feel free. Message me on Facebook, and we will set up a preliminary interview. And basically 6 sessions cost $250. It's paid in advance. We have a mutually agreed upon time to meet. We come up with a time, and the meetings are typically Zoom meetings. Okay, so if you're interested in that, please message me in the inbox. All right, peace, and I hope this is useful.